Salute. Salute. So the news has finally come. The news has finally come. Ryan Garcia guilty. Guilty. Just like we knew. You know what I'm saying? Just like we knew. My bad, this thing is. Mhm. Just like we knew he would. Um, and you still have fans trying to defend this clown. I mean, this guy is just a clown, guys. He is lying to you. He is using this, you know, this conspiracy, um, this conspiracy crowd against you guys. You know what I'm saying? This guy knew he has an excuse on how to say on his reasoning for cheating. You know what I'm saying? He has a built-in excuse. He set this up from the very beginning. He said the Illuminati, all this, all that, Bohemian Grove. Do you know what I'm saying? He set it up so that when the results came, he could blame it on him being set up for talking about the elites. That's plain and simple. He cheated, guys. He cheated. And you clowns are still trying to defend this behavior. Shows and says a lot about your character. You hate this dude, Devin Haney, so much, so badly that it doesn't matter how he lost, right? You know, he could have done illegal moves. You know what I'm saying? He could have started kicking. And whatever was done, as long as Devin Haney lost, you guys would have been okay with that. You know what I'm saying? The disdain you guys have for this kid is disgusting. Okay? The amount of people that I'm seeing that are defending this behavior, it is absolutely appalling. You know, you should be ashamed to even call yourself fans of boxing, to be completely honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Just terrible. All around, just terrible people are siding with Ryan. And I'm not going to forget Showbiz, Boxing Eagle, you guys are clowns. Clowns. Are you guys getting paid by Ryan Garcia? What is going on? How do you cape for this dude so much? You guys, well, I think I know what it is. You guys are attracted to Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it like it is. You guys are attracted to Ryan Garcia. You love how he looks. You love that he's the new golden boy of boxing. You love that he, you know what I'm saying? The physique and all that stuff. You guys like how he looks. And so you don't want to see him get banned from boxing. You don't want to see him to get face consequences. Let's just call it like it is, guys. Let's just be real with ourselves. You know, let's be real. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just be real now? And just and tell us you don't like Devin Haney. That's it. That's all. Because when Devin Haney lost, I was sad. I was very disappointed, right? But I took the loss. Just like Devin Haney took the loss, didn't make no excuses. He took the loss. That's all you can do. But when a person cheats in a sport where it is important to be honorable, right? Honorable and keep and be a man of your word because lives are at stake at this point. Lives are at stake. You already know what it is. Co-host Micah, we back in the building. What's
Shit
good,
would not. I forgot that I had to go to. Hold up. I forgot I had to go to Chrome.
bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hold on,
good.
bro. I'm trying to stop
You
these
good.
sunbeams. Damn. It's bright in the moon.
It's all right.
I could go honestly just close this. I don't need it. Don't need the blinds. Don't need the sun.
Yeah, no, you look fine.
Yeah, but it's just the glare, bro. Shit. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Um. So I'm gonna get Micah's reaction. Well, let's start off because we never really spoke about the fight, but let's start off with before the test came out. Your thoughts?
Oh, obviously, I don't like that he missed weight. Um, but I didn't think. I don't. Here's my thing, right? I Before the test came out, I was just like, oh damn, uh, Devin, you know, really didn't fight smart. He didn't do his thing like he was supposed to. And honestly, before the test came out, I was just like, damn, maybe Ryan really is like a contender, you know? Maybe he really is like maybe he really does belong in like the conversation with the greatest that are doing it right now, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like but damn bro, it's just rather disappointing.
Yeah.
Um, you
Yeah.
know.
Watching the fight, and I'm gonna say it like this: I don't like watching Devin Haney fights. I love Devin Haney, right? He is one of my. I'm a very big supporter of him. But the reason why I don't like watching his fights is because I'm so nervous for him. I want him to do so well. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And so it's not I can't really enjoy myself watching his fights. I watch it, I'm gonna cheer him on, you know what I'm saying? But because it's like I see like a brother in there, you know what I'm saying? Like I see like a family member in there, fighting. You know what I'm saying? I want him to do so well. So, this whole entire buildup, something in me told me something was up with Ryan. Now, of course, the mental health
Oh,
stuff,
I
yes,
mean,
right? But something rubbed me wrong, and this gave me a bad feeling about what was going to happen on fight night. I couldn't put my finger on it. No, I didn't think he was taking PDs. That wasn't honestly my first thought at all. But I just thought something was off. Something was going to
I don't
be,
think people were taking him seriously enough. Number one, number two, his whole body and voice and everything were different.
yeah, everything.
So I mean,
Voice change. He looked bigger. And there's been rumors of him juicing for years. This is not a new thing. This is the first time that we know of that he's failed tests. Again, the guy's dad, right? Right? No, his mother. He said they were mad at the media for exposing the story. So that means they wanted to keep it to themselves,
mm,
right? Now, there's been rumors of Ryan Garcia juicing for that I know of for about 3 years. Okay, last year when Ryan was supposed to fight or when he did fight Tank Davis, there was rumors of him juicing. His
damn, that's
trainer,
crazy.
yeah,
That's a year ago
that's
now.
a year ago, bro. That's
That's
a year
crazy.
ago, and I think, and again, he's admitting to using marijuana. He's
Hmm.
admitting to that. He already admitted to it. When you look it up, marijuana is used as a PED masking agent. Look it up if you don't
Really,
believe me. Yeah, look it up right now. Look it up, bro. Is marijuana a masking agent for PEDs? Look it up.
that's crazy.
He's admitted to using it all throughout his training camp. All throughout his training camp, he's admitted to using a masking agent. Then he keeps bragging about how he's because remember now.
Diuretic. Oh, marijuana
Yep,
can mask PEDs because of its diuretic effects. Really, PEDs are
yep.
illegal in sports. They are useful for common medical conditions. Which,
So that now we know why this whole time, because Micah, remember now, well, you may not have known, but this whole entire buildup, he kept bragging about, oh, I'm passing the test. I'm passing the test.
hmm
Well, aren't you supposed to pass the test? Isn't that normal? Why are you bragging about it? Because remember, before they even were because I think at first they were accusing him for using cocaine, right?
yeah,
So maybe that was his excuse for saying, "Oh, I'm passing the test." But regardless of it, he kept on saying, "I'm passing the test. I'm passing the test." Well, you're supposed to pass the test if you're clean. Why is that something to flex on? Why are you bragging about it, right?
yeah.
So this guy's proven he's admitted to using a masking agent for PEDs. And in the last two tests, because they didn't test him from the last time they had received a clean test was April 3rd. Then they tested him the day of the fight, the night of the fight, and right after the fight, right? And he comes up negative, or sorry, he comes up positive for both tests for two substances. Then his third test they did, he comes positive for Austrian, but they said the nandrolone was unconfirmed because nandrolone is something that already produces in your body. So it wasn't enough for them to say, "Hey, you took it externally," from my understanding. So they didn't confirm the nandrolone, but then they did come back with his B sample today. So this technically is his fourth PD test, and it comes back positive for Austrian. And for all you clowns, well, first of all, let me just say, so I'm watching the fight, and I'm like, man, Devin Haney. So the first 7 rounds, no, first 6 rounds, first round he gets hurt. I said, "Oh my goodness, please, 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 recover, recover, recover." Right, and Devin Haney recovered, game to his feet. You know what I'm saying? Comes back in the second round, almost knocks Ryan down. You know what I'm saying? Hurts Ryan. And I think that is what gave Devin the indication like, oh, oh shoot, I can hurt this dude. I can potentially knock him out because remember now, this is the first time I've heard Devin Haney ever say, me personally, since I've been messing with him, that I'm gonna knock this guy out. And this is the first time I've heard him say. Every other time he say he's gonna go out there and put on a show. He's gonna do, what I'm saying, he's gonna do what he always does. He's gonna box. This time he said, "Yo, I'm gonna meet him in the middle of the ring and we're gonna fight," which was the wrong move, right? And Devin Haney knows that now. Devin Haney took the fight personal. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He took the fight personal. He's known Ryan for almost half his life. You know what I'm saying? These guys aren't strangers. They know each other. So it hits a
So
bit
what they do
different.
you did they
Huh?
fight in the amateurs?
They fought 6 times, 3-3 each. Three
Wait,
and three each.
Devin Haney. So Ryan beat Devin in the amateurs.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
They fought 6 times, 3-3 each. I think the last time Devin Haney almost stopped him. There's a video of it. Um, so they've been fighting since they've been kids. So I find it hard to believe that Devin Haney knows the power of Ryan Garcia. Yeah, yes, they haven't fought in a very long time, but you know, I find it hard to believe that he didn't know the power that he possessed, and just I find it hard to believe that he just threw it all to the wayside, right?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching the fight. I'm like, damn, bro, Devin Haney, he's being too aggressive right now. He's being too aggressive, and he's not being defensively responsible, right? Because he had ate a couple punches before that. He had ate a couple punches before he actually got knocked down. Round 7 comes through. He gets hit with a very nasty shot. And I said, damn, this is high alert now. Now, nonetheless, if he was not juicing, we are now robbed of whether we know if those shots would have done the same damage because Ostarine, it is a performance enhancing drug,
What it
meaning it
what exactly
enhances
does
your
it do?
performance. It basically allows you to cut weight without destroying your muscles. It also increases the tendon the strength of your tendon. It also allows you to build more muscle on top
Mhm.
of, what I'm saying, just regular, what I'm saying, working out, right? So it's a PD, what I'm saying, it enhances your performance. So you're able to build more muscle without and also while you're cutting weight, you don't eat into your muscles at this point. You know what I'm saying? You're able to retain your strength.
It's probably why he missed weight.
There we well, yeah. But he also admitted to not to he admitted that he did it on purpose. And so that's a slap in the face to the fans because now, okay, now it's not a title fight. All right. Yeah, right. Devin Haney accepted the money, but he shouldn't have done that. And he knows that now. He
So
knows that now.
is he gonna be suspended for?
We don't know for sure yet. I would assume he's going to be suspended, hopefully, and I'm hoping. What I hope happens is they take about 50. I would like to do 50% of his purse, right? Fine him, break his pockets, then you make it a no contest, right? So Devin Haney gets his old back, um, and you ban him for 2 years. That's what I would love to see happen. Um, you know, that'd be suffice because people talking about
Excuse me.
people talking about you know uh well, I'm not even sure what I was gonna say, but yeah, that's what I think the consequence should be. They need to fine him, break his pockets because now at this point, and they need to do some more stringent testing. They need to figure out a way to get these tests back quick because in my personal opinion, bro, I think they didn't test him for this. Well, I can't say that. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know why they had a stretch of 3 weeks of not testing him, and then they test him on the night of the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think they don't want to mess up the money. I think they still want the fight to happen, right? So they get to the bottom of it afterwards, right? They can deal with it afterwards because they don't want to mess up the money. But these are lives at stake now. We don't know if Devin Haney's going to be the same. I think he will. I think he'll come back better and actually bigger and better. To be honest with you, if he can, because he had a bad weight cut that fight, you could tell when he that and people keep saying, oh, 3.5 pounds don't matter. 3.5 pounds is a lot. Missing weight by 3.2 pounds is a lot. Any combat person knows that that is the difference between you feeling super strong and you feeling dead, right?
Yeah, I
Because
mean, it
go ahead.
especially when you're talking about lighter weight classes, like when you any number, any weight is going to be a higher percentage of the is going to be a higher percentage of your body.
Right,
Like when like 3 pounds, whether the number is three, whether the number is 10, if you're fighting at 140, it's going to be it's a lot more than if you're fighting at 200. If
right,
you're fighting at heavyweight above
right,
200. So
right. The
like
percentage wise, yeah.
so yeah, 3 pounds at 140 pounds is a lot.
It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight because now the other guy has to drain himself. He is being professional. You drain yourself, you deplete your body from all of the water, from everything you can get out of it to make the weight,
Hmm.
right? And that means killing yourself. That's what it means. It means depleting your body of everything that it needs to be functionally healthy, right? And the other guy gets, man, if someone told you that you can miss weight by 3 pounds today for boxers today,
Hmm.
everyone would be rejoicing because you know what? Those 3 pounds, that's the hard ones. Those are the last small little bits that kill.
Yeah.
Those 3 pounds. I remember I was 136 about a year ago. I could not, and I wasn't cutting for a fight or anything like that, but I couldn't get down. Like it for me to even maintain that weight, I was killing myself. I was running 3 miles a day. I was eating one meal a day. I might have gotten out of all my calories. I might have gotten like 600 to 700 calories the whole day. And I couldn't get past 160 or 136. Now I'm sure if I actually didn't eat anything or
Wait,
lowered my calories to 400 a
136 you
day,
said? I
yeah, I
thought
was 136 about a
thought
year ago. I couldn't.
I thought you
Go
were
ahead.
126.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Or you know what? That was. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. That was before I moved to Texas. I was
Okay.
120. I was 124 actually, but that's when I was That's when I had no appetite, so it was really easy. I wasn't. I didn't even want to eat, so it was really easy for me to cut the weight. But if you have if you're if you're not taking any supplements or you're not taking anything extra, you're just disciplined. That is such a hard thing to do. It's such a hard thing to do to cut that weight, guys. So for people saying that the weight didn't matter, it matters because now you got one guy that's draining himself and you have one guy that's relaxing. He's chilling. He got 3 pounds. He don't have to kill himself no more. After that, after the weigh-in, right? He can eat whatever he wants. He can rehydrate to whatever he wants. He not restricted, right?
Hmm.
He didn't do anything just to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, people don't. You know, that is just to like reiterate what you're talking about when you say that it's a lot, because these guys they don't come in necessarily. They don't come into the fight, like they come into the weigh-ins.
right.
So even he can miss weight by 3 pounds, then he's gonna go and he's gonna hydrate some more on top of that.
Mhm.
So 3 pounds is a lot.
It's a
It
lot,
is.
and you know, look, before the news came out that he was positive, that he popped dirty. Man, me and Micah talked. I was sad. I said I was bitter. You know what I'm saying? I thought that Devin Haney made a lot of mistakes, right? But I ate it. I stood with it. He lost, right? Didn't make any excuses. Thought he could do a lot better, but he lost. That Ryan was the better man that night. That's what I thought. And
Hmm.
so these dudes talking about, oh, suck it up, he lost, oh, this and that. No, no, the guy cheated. I don't want to hear about, oh, it didn't matter that he cheated, he would have lost anyway. I don't want to hear about none of that. He cheated. It's a simple thing. If he didn't have to use it, why did he cheat? If he didn't need the PDs, if he didn't need to enhance his performance, why did he cheat? He didn't want to get outboxed for 12 rounds, which is why he baited Devin Haney to doing a very personal fight, which is why he baited Devin Haney into thinking that he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he baited into Devin Haney doing a firefight. He knew the only way, and Oscar De La Hoya said this before. He said he couldn't believe that Ryan was able to trick Devin Haney into fighting an emotional fight. He said he's never seen Devin Haney do that.
Hmm.
You know, not to, I mean, that's on Devin Haney though. That's not on Ryan, right? But what is on Ryan is that he used performance enhancing drugs. He missed weight. He was not professional. He's made a mockery of the sport. Okay, and people that are defending him, you guys are absolute clowns. You guys are clowns, and you are what's wrong with boxing today. Because I can tell you right now, if the roles were reversed, you would not be defending Devin Haney. No way, no how. You guys would be destroying him. You guys would be tearing him apart. You know,
Yeah,
no way, no how.
yeah. I mean, he would not get the same amount of leeway.
No,
Damn, hold on a
not at
second.
all.
'Cause my camera is actually a little
You
bit.
go on Twitter now, bro. You got people saying, "Oh, it didn't matter that he cheated. He would have lost anyway." Oh, I don't believe that he cheated. I mean, what do you mean you don't believe it? He did. He tested positive. What were you there? Did you test it? You know what I'm saying? Where are we going at? What's the point of testing then if you just don't believe it? If we can just say, "Oh, I don't believe it." No other sport this happens in.
Yeah.
Basketball,
Damn,
football.
damn,
You
bro.
you
Like,
you test positive, bro. You cheated. You're done. You suspended.
what were the betting odds going into that
Well,
fight?
I don't know the well. I know Devin Haney was a huge favorite, but I do know that Prize Picks said that they are refunding people because they made a post. They said we pick winners or and not Austrian or something like that. So they're saying that they're gonna refund people. I don't know about the other sports bets, but I do know again Devin Haney was a huge favorite.
How does that work? So they're gonna spend money to
Well,
refund
they never
people?
had they never had the money in the first place, right? People made the bets. People a lot of money was lost, right? So the people that lost the money made means that the people that lost the money gives it to the people that won the money, but the people that
Yeah,
won
that's
the
what I'm
money,
saying.
right?
So that the people that won the money, they have that.
That is a very good. I'm assuming. Very good point. I'm assuming they're refunding the people that lost money. I don't.
No,
That
no,
which
no.
means
I know that. So, but that's what I'm saying is like
where is it coming from?
they're gonna spend the money.
Yeah, they're gonna have to spend the money. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They made a post about it. They said they're not picking. They're picking winners, not Austrian, something like that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's gonna work. Who knows? Or what they can or what they might do is that this might go to the courts and they might take the money out of Ryan Garcia may have to pay it.
Oh, true.
You know, Ryan Garcia might have to pay it because he's gonna get fined. He's gonna get fined. Also, he's being sued by Logan Paul for defamation. You know what I'm saying?
What did he say?
Ryan Garcia is saying a lot of stuff about the Prime energy drink. He's been saying a lot of stuff.
Hmm. What did
So
he?
they're suing him for defamation. It's over for Ryan Garcia, man. It's done.
So,
This little antics for this last 6 months that he tried to do, is backfiring on him very hard.
so what I will say, right, is this prime drink. I think I know what you're talking about. Um, but this prime drink, I don't really like it because of the way that they do kind of market it in a way that's like not good. Like it's not really a hydration drink because the drink doesn't have enough sodium. So like you know how when you sweat out your body loses electrolytes and one of the electrolyte that you lose the most is sodium. That's why I like electrolyte drinks. They are salty, you know?
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's
I
why I
do
like.
know. I do know that it does have some harmful stuff inside of it.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
You know, but Red Bull does as well. Monster does as
Yeah,
well.
but I mean Red Bull, those are. But what is Prime supposed to be? Those
No,
those
no,
are those are
right,
energy drinks.
right, right,
Those are
right,
energy drinks. This is supposed to be like a Gatorade.
right, right,
This is
right,
this is
right.
what that's supposed to be.
Fair, fair. No, no. I
You
mean,
know,
true. Not wrong at all. Not wrong at all. Nonetheless, he's getting sued for defamation because he's been saying,
Red Bull
huh?
killed Kevin Samuels. Shit, Red Bull killed Kevin Samuels, bro.
Is that what it was?
I mean,
I
he had a heart attack. I think, bro. I mean, that's what. I honestly know. I'm not gonna.
yeah, I personally think he was poisoned. Personally, he was 51 years old, 52 years old. We don't know his lifestyle, of course, but I do know that he was seeing a girl that night.
Yeah,
He was seeing a girl that night. So I have no way to prove it. I'm not gonna go here and spew it and think that try to say that this is fact. I just personally think he was poisoned, but I thought it had something to do with an. No, that's Prodigy. They said Prodigy choked on the egg, and that's why he died. He choked on the egg, which you already know that stuff. But nonetheless, they're suing Ryan Garcia for defamation, which I'm fine with because the guy's a liar. Okay, he has successfully preyed on the stupid because he has gotten this conspiracy theorist group of people fan base, and
mhm,
now everything he does that's wrong, you have a bunch of people now defending him and saying, "Oh, he's being set up by the Illuminati. Oh, this and that. Oh, the elites are out to get him." You know he's lying when he says that he went to the Vatican and the Pope showed him the ancient scriptures. Now, what does the Pope want with a boxer? I don't see. People keep thinking money is everything. I love money, but money doesn't get you into certain places just because you got a lot of money. Okay, especially in the Vatican stuff. No, 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 no. Just because you got a lot of money, and you know what I'm saying, you know someone that doesn't get you into the Vatican. Why the hell? What does the Pope need to do with a boxer that's seemingly out of his mind and knows he's gonna go spread whatever you go show him? That does not make sense. And so that's how you know the guy's lying. He said that he went into the Bohemian Grove and said that they forced him to watch nasty things happen to little children, right? The guy is out of his mind, okay? But he is willing to do anything. He was willing to do anything to get that W because what were they saying before the fight? They said if Ryan Garcia loses this fight or if Ryan Garcia goes in and lays an egg, which he was up until the knockdown. If he goes out and lays an egg, it's gonna be done for Ryan Garcia. That's what they're saying. So he's seen this stuff and he played it perfectly because people now are
almost
are
perfectly.
almost perfectly because he got caught. because you got caught. But you got, I mean, bro, I don't think you use Twitter, right?
I do,
Maybe
yeah.
okay. I mean, the stuff that I'm seeing on Twitter is just so disgusting because it's taken the love out of boxing for me. Um, because you want to believe that it's a sport where there's the respect and honor, but the racism, the favoritism, and there might be another word, but just the disdain that people have for Devin Haney and his father has now bleeded into
Well,
people's
it's the
it,
disrespect.
the dis it's muddying what people think from what's right and wrong, and that is alarming. Because if Devin Haney popped dirty, yes, I would be very disappointed, but I wouldn't be making up all conspiracy theorists about how he popped dirty. If he popped dirty, he popped dirty. Not much else to say about it.
Mm,
Is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
John Jones. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, the John Jones, that's why John Jones isn't on my GOAT list.
He can't. He cannot. He cannot qualify for the goat list. If he was the goat, he would not have to cheat. Just that simple.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
never cheated.
mhm.
He never tested positive.
Neither
You know what
did
I'm saying?
neither did
DJ.
Cejudo. Yeah, neither did.
DJ Cejudo. The list
Yeah.
can go on.
I don't think Connor ever popped dirty either.
No, he never
Uh,
popped dirty. He never popped dirty.
yeah.
Which
Oh wait,
kudos.
fucking Stipe, Daniel Cormier, those guys never popped dirty.
He never popped dirty. So automatically, you have to put them ahead of him, because
Damn,
if
you may
you
have to put Amanda Nunes ahead of him.
did she pop dirty?
No.
No. Oh shoot. I mean, and that's why I agree. Yes, he passes the eye test, but the eye test is while he's on steroids. I mean, we can't pick and choose when to think it matters or not.
Hey, bro, and the thing is about John Jones too is he's a liar. So
See,
he's a
and
liar.
he's a
Bro, when he
liar.
was on when he was on Joe Rogan, he tried to say that he took a gas station
Pill,
like pill
rhino
like a
pill.
yeah, he tried to take one of those pills. He said he tried to take that and that had some trace amounts of some shit in it. So basically he basically just that's what he popped dirty. I'm like, "Oh, so you did that twice? So you did it twice?"
And it
Oh,
had like what nanograms of the stuff that he was using. That's what you're telling me. Like he popped dirty, but he like had a lot of stuff in the system. No, he had a lot of stuff in the system.
he had well, the thing is, right, what he popped dirty for one of the times, I can't remember the other time, but one of the times it was for testosterone, or excuse me, it was for estrogen blockers. So right, so that's the shit that you take to hide shit.
Right, it's a masking agent.
Yeah. So that's so
So who knows what the hell because these guys are getting it from pure scientists that are in the backyard or in the kitchen whipping up this stuff. Just because they don't got no degree don't mean they don't know stuff nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
These guys are changing different molecules so that they're making designer drugs. So that basically VADA, when they do a test, they can't tell what the hell it is because it's not on the list. It's not known, but it still had the same effects that they want it to, right?
Mhm.
But John Jones is a liar, man. You want to know how someone's a liar? When they overly talk about God.
Yeah.
Always, it never fails. Whenever someone consistently has to justify what they're doing and consistently brings up their faith, you know they're lying. That is a mechanism to put people's guard down. Oh, he talking about Jesus Christ. He can't lie. Oh, he couldn't do any of this stuff. Me, that's a red flag. Immediately. Immediately. I see you talk about God and oh how he did this and that and just like obviously if that's your faith, there's I'm not saying like everyone that talks about that stuff is lying, but there's a certain limit when you are trying to bring people's guard down, and it's not going to work for me. And Ryan Garcia was doing the same thing. Ryan Garcia was doing the same thing. John Jones did the same thing. How are you a man of God when you've divorced your wife right after she gives birth? That don't sound like something that Jesus would do. How are you a man of God when you hurt you beating your wife? How are you a man of God when you know
You're
what I'm saying
talking
you took?
about are
I'm talking
Brian
about
did
John
that?
Jones. Well, no, I'm talking about John Jones for the beating the
Oh
wife.
yeah, no, John Jones, and he
How
did
you a
that.
man of God and you doing
And
that? I mean,
bro,
right?
from a lot of what people say too, based on how the kids were, based on how that night when he was being inducted, based on how the kids were and how everything was, that's not the first time that happened. That's
I
not the
highly
first time
doubt
it
it.
happened.
I
And
highly doubt it.
bro, my thing is just like I think that they beat each other. The thing is, bro, like you seen that happen with Dana White too.
Yeah, yeah. She hit him
Yo,
first.
she did hit, yeah, but the thing is, I think they hit each other. You know,
Now
you
you
know,
remember me.
like
Now I remember that video. That video is hilarious, bro. I'm sorry, bro. She
no,
slaps him and he
it is.
slaps her right back. He gets her right back.
He's
You know what I'm saying?
it's so funny, bro. I mean, like I don't
Hilarious.
support
I'm
it. It's like
sorry.
I don't support it, but I
Of
do.
course not.
It's
Well, you support. You
I
support
support equal rights, equal fights.
equal rights, equal fights. If you go hit me, expect to get hit. Ex- Look,
Because
what they
like
tell you in what they tell you in sparring. Hit me as hard as you expect to get hit.
yeah, yeah.
Obviously, we're not sparring. Your significant other, but if you hitting someone, you should expect to get hit as well.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
it's
that
common law.
it's just a messed up thing that and I heard oh my god, what is his name? He's the bald guy, the black bald guy who's a he's a lawyer and
He's a lawyer.
he's like all over YouTube. I can't remember
Nah,
his name.
never heard of him.
I
I'm
can't
not sure.
remember his name. I'm gonna look it up. Wait.
I'm not sure who you're
Uh
speaking of there.
black
Yeah, black
bald
lawyer with no
black
hair.
bald lawyer. Hold on, it's
That's
gonna
gonna
pop up.
that's gonna be easy to bring up.
Yeah, actually. Nah, my god, what is
He's
his
a
name?
black lawyer with no. Well, what does he say? What does he say?
Well, basically, he was just like he was in a podcast. Like, actually, you think he was in a Discord call or something
Mm,
like that, in a podcast or something.
mm.
And somebody was some lady. She was trying to say like she was basically like trying to say how even if I hit you, you shouldn't hit me. This is that. And he was just like, Listen, it cannot be the case that every 5'3" woman can go around hitting every 6 foot man just because they're bigger than them. Because I'm just like, bro, like that. If that's they can't say it's because I'm a woman because then they're being sexist, right? And I think that they're at least smart enough to recognize that. So they have to say, "Oh, it's because you're bigger than me." Like, well, hold on, because if I hit Francis Ngannou, right?
You're bigger than me.
He's a lot bigger than me. He's like he
Yeah,
weighs he weighs freaking almost twice as much as I do. Literally almost twice as much as me. Has over 100 pounds on me, right? So does that mean that if I hit him, Francis Ngannou can't hit me back?
not
Like,
at
what are
all.
you saying? What are you saying? It's
Right.
like it just can't be the keep your hands to yourself.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can't have it both ways. You can't. And just a disclaimer: we do not support any of this behavior at all. This is all for jokes. This is all for jokes. This is all stories. But yeah, you can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. If you are prepared to hit someone, you should expect to get. I mean, it should be at least on your mind that you could get hit back. I mean, not to say that it will happen, but you should expect that it's a possibility. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, John Jones is a guy that continues to preach Christianity, this and that. And and just about all of these religions, they continue to be like, oh, I can do whatever I want, but and God will forgive me. It allows too much mess. Allows too much nonsense to go on, and it's too easy to get forgiveness because all you got to say is this and that. It's too much. So this is what Ryan Garcia kept on doing. Okay, he kept on using the religion thing as a mask, as a way to bring people on his side, right? Because you got a lot of people that are religious. What is there a word for like like not racist but like kind of religiously discriminative?
Uh, mm, I can't actually. I don't think
I don't
I'm sure there is one, but I don't know it.
Yeah, because you got a lot of Americans that don't like the Muslim culture, right? The Muslim, religion, right? And Devin Haney's a Muslim, right? So you got him you playing the people saying, you know, my God will provide, and you know what I'm saying, and that type of thing, like my God is better than your God, essentially, right? And so
Mhm.
he's playing on that fact that people don't like American people don't like Muslim. Go ahead.
I just remembered his name. The lead attorney.
Who is he?
Yeah, that's him. The lead attorney. That's
That's his
that's
name.
that's the guy. That's his YouTube channel. The lead attorney. I mean, that's what he calls himself.
I've never seen this guy in my life. Never. Maybe on a reel or something like that, but it looks slightly familiar, but I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, what his point was, if that was his point, that makes a lot of sense. Again, you can't have both ways. You can't hit someone and expect it. Oh, look. Real women know that essentially, bro, we're allowing them to function. You know what I'm saying? Good men are essential to have good women, and are essential to have a good running society. Because if bad men are there, things are getting destroyed, people are getting killed, and lots of things are happening to women that are bad. Simple as that. So, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Ryan Garcia is a cheat. People need to understand this and accept the fact that he cheated. It doesn't matter what you believe happened. He tested positive for 4 tests. It's not a matter of, oh, I don't believe he took it on that on because here's the thing about it, right? Canelo Alvarez popped dirty, but the difference is that Canelo Alvarez didn't deny taking it. He just made up a lie on where it came from. He said he
Mhm.
got it from some bad Mexican meat. But he never denied having it in the system. Ryan Garcia is lying and saying he never had it in the system. He never took it. He doesn't know where it came from. He's being set up. The elites are about to get him. The Illuminati got it. The Bill Haney somehow paid the Vada to mask the um test. I mean, you would think the person that is a bigger star they would like to see win. Ryan Garcia is technically on a global social media scale, he's the bigger star. Why in the world would the elites, why in the world would boxing want Devin Haney to win if there's more money in you winning? When
Yeah.
have they ever done this for the black guy? That's my question. When have they ever pulled some crazy strings to get Devin Haney, a black Muslim from America,
Devin
the
Haney's
W?
Muslim?
Yeah, he's a Muslim.
Since when?
He's been Muslim for years. He might have even grown up Muslim. I think his father is Muslim as well,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So he's a Muslim brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, I'm not religious. Micah, I don't, you're not religious as well. I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nigga,
you
you
know,
know this. Nigga,
I, I'm just,
nigga, you,
I'm
this
just making,
guy.
I'm just saying, I wanted
Yeah.
you to say it. That's all.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but if that is his faith, that's his faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna slander it, but um, what I can tell you is that he's whatever Ryan is. I don't know no Christian doing any. I don't know what type of what. I know a lot of Christians that do a little wild stuff, which is why. Well, that's another conversation. But Devin Haney is a stand-up model citizen, and let me tell you why. Ryan Garcia got on the stage, admitted to smoking marijuana, admitted to drinking, took a swig of a beer on weighing day, right? Disrespect, mockery, telling the kids, yeah, I smoke. Devin Haney don't smoke. From what I know, he doesn't drink. He does go on the clubs, this and that, but he don't smoke. He don't. He sets a very good example for the kids. And you got a guy in Ryan Garcia that is doing all of the wrong things, and you have people supporting him. This is backwards. It's backwards, guys. There's something wrong if you are actually supporting this guy. Showbiz and Boxing Ego are the biggest clowns on YouTube boxing. I will say it right now. I will say it. I will scream about it. You guys are the biggest clowns and you guys are caping for this dude. I personally think you guys have man crushes on Ryan Garcia. It is weird. The stuff that they're saying about Ryan Garcia and how it's a conspiracy. I mean, when has this ever happened in history, guys? I can't think of a time where people were actually seriously digging up, really trying to prove that this guy was conspired on when he tested positive 4 times. This is crazy. I've never seen this in boxing. I've never seen this in boxing. This is insane.
Mm,
This is insane. And it's making me really want to step away because in MMA, yeah, there's a toxic fan base, but for the most part, it's pretty fair. I mean, it's pretty it's not
it's
so much about
reasonable. So,
it's not so much about, oh, I like this guy, so nothing he could do is wrong. It's not really about that,
mm,
you know. It's about, okay, who is the best? And if a guy
hmm.
pops dirty, he pops dirty. He's a cheat. Get him out of here. That's it. No second
But bro, we
chances.
just had a guy. I can't.
Yeah, Roundtree. Roundtree popped dirty.
Oh yeah, Roundtree did pop dirty, but there was a guy before that who he has a 4 year ban now. I'm trying to
40-year?
four
Oh,
year
I was about to say.
4 year ban. Hold on one second.
Might as well pack
Hold
it
on
up.
one
You're
second.
done. You know what I'm saying?
I'm literally just blanking on his name. Uh, I
Is he
don't
known?
know why. Yeah.
And like the video
Dude,
if you're watching the video.
he's
Like the video.
38. Oh my god.
Oh, he's done now.
Yeah, he's 38.
What's his name?
I'm trying to remember right now.
If you're watching the video,
Walt
like the
Harris. That's
video.
right. Walt Harris.
Walt, I've never heard of this.
Walt Harris. He's a
Walt
heavyweight.
Harris.
Walt
Walt
Harris.
Harris. Okay, let me see. Oh, no, I've never seen him before. So he popped dirty. What did he pop dirty for?
It just he tested. He's actually 40.
Well, he's
He's
done now. I can tell
yeah.
you that.
He
He's
tested.
done now.
He tested positive for. Well, he was 39 at the time.
Oh, so it's okay. So this didn't just happen then.
Okay, wait. Let me do this math correctly. So June 24th, 2023, and July 12th, 2023, he tested positive. Or those were when the samples were collected.
Okay.
Okay, so Harris 40. I don't know his birthday. Uh, Drosta Drosta Drostanolone Drostanolone is a metabolite in testosterone of exogenous origin. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. So it's Drostanolone. All these pharmacology words are like hard as hell to say.
I'm telling you, bro. Like they're
Like,
ridiculous, bro. You can't keep up. Can't keep up with Nandrolone, Austrian. You
bro,
know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear of a new one like every freaking week.
well, the reason why is because they're actually they're designer drugs. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
make these things, and so they got to find a name for them once. And once they can name them, they can classify them. Once they classify them, they say, okay, this is now on the ban list. You know what I'm saying? So that's they keep on making new stuff. All you got to do
I
is
mean,
move one molecule.
they're essentially the same drug.
Yeah, precisely. All you got to
They're
do is because even meth and Adderall are separated
very
by one
closely,
molecule. They're
very
separated
close.
by one molecule. That is a one difference. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, one molecule can make a huge difference, but nonetheless, it creates something that is, obviously someone that's taking Adderall is not gonna pop dirty for meth type of thing. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it takes, man. And so these again, These guys, it's a business. It's a business, guys. People are in the basements. These guys are in kitchen all day making some new concoctions for athletes. It's a real thing, guys. You know what I'm saying? And we need to do better as a sport of boxing to catch this stuff quicker because a boxer just died 2 weeks ago. His debut, Micah, his debut fight in the UK, he died after.
Damn.
I think he was 29 years old. He was a late starter. A
I
de-
think someone told me about that.
a debut fight in the UK, the first professional fight. The guy dies, and so it just
You guys
it
lose at
made
least one person every year.
yeah more than that for boxing, definitely more than that, that for sure. You know, but it just made me realize, man, Devin Haney from now on needs to go ahead and fight his fights because it's not worth it. The fans don't give you no glory in boxing. In MMA, yeah, you go out under shield, you go out, you know, giving the fans an absolute, performance. They will appreciate you. But boxing fans, if you lose, it's over. They think it's done. They
Yeah.
think you're tossed in the trash. It's over for you. You got to retire.
Yeah, boxing fans don't seem to care about heart as much.
No, no. Well, the main thing is because they don't like a fighter, so it's easier to just clown them. And it's because when me and you talked about the Ryan, or no, sorry, the Gaethje and the Max Holloway fight, we
Yeah.
were not specifically targeting and focusing on the fact that Gaethje lost and how he's
Yeah, we weren't
done.
even talking about him.
We were talking about how good Max was.
Mhm.
That was it. We said, "Yo, Gaethje, clearly it's more of an impressive win because of how Gaethje is, or
Yeah.
how good Gaethje is." But we ain't say, "Oh, he done." We know Gaethje gonna come right back. So we know Gaethje just got to go back to. I mean, you really don't even got to go back to the drawing board. Max was just faster. Max was just smarter. That was it. It wasn't that he sucks. He was used to fighting slower guys. Max was much faster. But again, nonetheless, what did we say? Yo, Gaethje was a warrior, bro. He went out on a shield. This guy went out to his game. He went out to the absolute last. He said he really stuck with it and slugged it out with Max. Well, we
Mhm.
ain't say he done this. And boxing fans, bro, that stuff. Look at Errol Spence. Errol Spence was
Yeah.
game from round 1
That's a
to
good
round
example.
9. Right? He did not give up. He didn't waver. He stayed on his game plan. It was a wrong game plan, but at the end of the day, that's all. That's the only thing he could do. He stepped to Terence Crawford. He stepped to him. He did what he said. He did what everyone says they would do, but they never end up doing. He did it, and so that's why it looked like that. But he don't need to. He lost. You live to
Mhm.
fight another day. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it's really just it's that Floyd Mayweather effect, bro.
yeah, it's facts. Yeah.
I mean, in a way, bro, I mean, Floyd Mayweather kind of ruined boxing because what he can his era was what right after the golden era of
Yep.
heavyweights.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, like that, I mean, that era was like that was about boxing at its peak.
That's at its peak because one, you didn't have social media, right? So if you lost, you didn't have much people. You didn't have a bunch of people making memes about you getting your head, bashed in, and that's not one factor. But another factor is you lost.
Mhm.
So what?
And
Everyone
no
loses,
and no one was considering these guys, oh well, they're done, or that
right?
it was honestly much more comparable to what MMA is today. Like,
Right. Oh, that is a very good point. That
yeah,
is a very good point. Yeah, that those air like yeah. I would agree 100%. I would agree 100%.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, I just rarely see dudes shit on MMA fighters for losing. I mean, I just don't see it nearly as much. Only person that I've really seen that they shit on for losing is Izzy. To
oh
like if I
yeah,
if
but people don't like Izzy though.
and
People just
this is
don't
why.
like Izzy. Yeah.
Exactly. Even Aljamain, but I honestly, if I had to be
So
honest, I see
it's
more
the same
people
thing. The same thing. People don't like Aljamain because of the way that he handled him
having the
getting
belt
winning the
or
belt by disqualification.
right.
That's really why, because he wasn't humble about it. And honestly, I was
Exactly.
annoyed. I was annoyed. And I never hated Aljamain, but I was annoyed about the way
Yeah.
that he.
What I was gonna say was, to be completely honest, I actually see. I won't say I see more, but I do see people defend Aljamain. Like, so maybe he's a bad example, but yeah, definitely Izzy though. Izzy, UCP, but to be in all honesty, he lost fights other than the Pereira fight. He lost to Sean that he shouldn't have lost to. But nonetheless, it is what it is. He lost. You know what I'm saying? And but
Mhm.
you come back and you live to fight another day, and that's just it is what it is. But I just don't see it nearly as much, and I don't know whether it's the fact that because it's what do you think it is? I mean, other than Floyd Mayweather, even though it's probably about like 60 to 70 to maybe 80% of why it's happening. But what's the difference?
Like,
You know what I'm
why do I
saying?
think boxing is the way it is?
No, why is it that MMA fans respect and appreciate the fighters more? I have an idea, but why do you think it?
Honestly, I mean, how many boxing fans do you think train though?
It's
I
yeah.
think that these days, like a martial arts gym, you know, like like a uh like a jujitsu gym or a kickboxing gym or a Muay Thai gym, I feel like those are much more common than a boxing gym.
You think
I
so?
mean definitely around me, I can name many, but I can't name any gyms that are solely boxing.
Well, but that also might be because you're looking for that. Like you did
I
you
mean,
like
true. That
you know?
I mean, I'm not really looking though. Like I'll just notice. Like I'm just like, what? I'm just like, oh, I never noticed that this place was here. Like I
Yeah,
just like,
maybe
oh
so.
my god, I
Yeah.
never noticed this place was here. Like I found and I meet more people who do MMA or who do jujitsu or something like that than people who do boxing. And the culture, it's just a different culture as well. It's just a different culture. Like if you go into one of those gyms, it's not like yes, you're gonna find your ultra competitive gyms, you know, and that's kind of like how boxing gyms are. They're more competitive, you know. They're more just like even if you have two guys who are in the same weight class, they're going to try to like prove who's better like all the time. Like and it's more about ego. Like that's what I really think.
Yeah,
You
I would
know that
agree.
in boxing, it's more about ego, and I think that that's just it's just a culture difference.
Mhm.
I think that if you look at um MMA, because it's a martial arts culture, it's much more about respect. So I think I would, you know, that's what I
Yeah,
think.
I
Boxing is
agree.
more of a sport, Boxing is more of a sport, so, nobody's gonna bat an eye if people like if in basketball, you like if you talk shit or if you like after you dunk on
Yeah.
someone, if you're gonna
Alright. Yeah.
yell in their face or something like
That's a good
that,
point.
you
That's a
know?
good point. Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I would I actually yeah, that's I didn't even think about that actually. It is really like a sport. Like MMA is more of it's a martial art, right?
Mhm.
It's it's
That's boxing, and the thing is, like, boxing is, I would say, I actually don't know how to classify boxing because it's not like a traditional martial art,
it's a
I guess.
martial art. It's
Yeah,
a martial art.
it is a
No.
martial art, but I don't know. I just
Like
wouldn't look at it the same way I would look at jujitsu or,
well
like
you couldn't jujitsu you can't throw a punch, correct?
no.
Right. So they're both not realistically, they're both not 100% practical because number
Mhm.
one, you're not going to start on the ground. You're not going to, say you need to know both. I think you need to know both,
I
right? And
think
then that, you
jujitsu
keep it.
and wrestling. together um is probably the most practical way if you're looking at a street fight because
I got a different. I would say wrestling plus boxing
well
because
because
if you because
you don't want to strike though. You don't want to strike in a street fight. You
all
don't
right,
want to.
yeah, you're right,
You
you're right.
you
I
want
agree,
to end it as quickly as possible. And
one
then
thousand,
you know, you said
one
and we
thousand
say
percent.
or not you said, but we say like all the time, like a wrestling base in MMA is one of the most important things that you can have because you excuse me, you can control where the fight is going to go, you know? You
Yeah,
determine it. Um you know, even if a guy is a great striker, he's not going to be able to do things the same way that he usually does just because he knows that there's a threat of a takedown. You know, and if he has you know impeccable takedown defense, you know maybe he'll be able to you know maybe he'll be able to perform like he always performs. But if you know if somebody comes in and they're like a Daniel Cormier type of wrestler or Curtis Blades type of wrestler or like a Henry Cejudo or someone like that. Um,
yeah. No, you got
odds
yeah.
are that if you cannot wrestle and you're gonna get taken down. You know?
Yeah, you won't be able to do anything. Like
Yeah.
that, it comes down at that point. It comes down to well, the only threat really will be how good of a striker he is.
Hmm.
But if they're not better than you, then if they're not better at boxing than you are at wrestling, then you're okay,
Yeah.
right? But I do agree. It's not really wise to stand up and box with a dude in the street. You don't know how you have no clue. This dude might this dude might be Wilder. Like you don't
Yeah. He
know how
might be
strong these
strong as
dudes
hell.
are. You have no and for you to just, all right, I'm a step to him. I'm a eat the punch is risky. It's risky. So what you
Extremely
want to do, like
risky.
you said, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's more practical. It's not real. It's not. I don't think. I wouldn't say it's more realistic. I think it's more practical. I think it's this. It's the. If you had to pick one, I think it would be great to be like to be like really like have like max of 10. I would if I had to pick like just like someone I'm building like just to be in like a real life. I would want to be like an 8 in wrestling. No, I want to be like a 7 in wrestling and then 3 in striking. Because
Hmm.
you have to set up certain things. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least know how. Okay, if he's setting up a right hand, can what I'm
Hmm.
saying slips. I want to know. What I'm saying to a certain extent. But yeah, you want to definitely finish the fight as soon as possible. Strain him. What I'm saying? First of all, he might have a. Only thing about taking down is someone might have a weapon, and so when you're at close quarters, now if you restrain them, you're okay. But if they manage to somehow take a knife out of their boot or their pocket, not the
Hmm.
greatest thing. So, certain things, but for the most part, I agree with you for sure. But another reason I think why MMA is, or in particular, I would say MMA. Let's say MMA in particular is more respectful and appreciative, is because we actually get fights that you ask for. What happened recently? Everyone wanted to see Taporia versus Max. And
Hmm.
what do we hear the other day? That it's being finalized. You're going to fight. You're going to fight the best available. It's not a matter of
Yeah.
if whatever you want to. You're finna fight.
Yeah.
Boxing, there's too much control of the fighter.
There's two. Yeah, the fighter does have way too much power. You
It's
know,
just
and it's you know like always say, like there's trade offs and everything. You know, and people say that they don't really like how the UFC operates because it's a monopoly, and it's a monopoly, and it limits the um it limits the options of the fighters, and it allows the UFC to pay them less. You know, um. So, but one thing that is very good about that is, like you said, like the fights are going to get made, and
yeah,
you're going to fight. You know, Not necessarily who they tell you to fight, because you can turn down a fight,
Yeah,
but
this can look bad.
it's not gonna be, it's not good necessarily to turn down
Yeah,
a fight
it's not good for your
because
business, it's not good for your
yeah,
career,
it's not.
you may not get that opportunity again. So,
The
you
best
know, so
because it really just determines who, like, the best are, in that organization because the best are just gonna fight anybody and beat them, you know?
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big reason why fans are more appreciative because we don't have to beg for certain things, and
Mhm.
then it's like things happen too late, and then like it's like okay, like you know Bud and Spence. That fight real now, I won't lie, I think it was the best timing because it was for Undisputed, and that was the only time it was gonna happen for Undisputed, right? Spence came, he collected all the belts that he could, and Bud had the last one. He had the last key. So I think it happened at the right time at the end of the day, but the fight should have happened maybe about 3 years before that, right? Then you look at Wilder versus AJ. That fight realistically should have happened 10 years ago, Micah. No, 8 years ago. Now, at the time, AJ had I think 2 or 3 belts, and Wilder had 1 belt.
Mhm.
So it would have only make sense to make the fight for undisputed. Now, if you would told me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago that the heavyweight undisputed matchup would be between Usyk and Fury, I would have told you were out of your mind.
Bro, that fight
That was great.
I've only seen the highlight because I can't
Oh,
remember
you
what
gotta
I was
watch the whole
doing.
thing, man.
Can't remember what I was doing, but
It
I
was a
didn't
good
I
fight. It was it
yeah,
was a it was a good fight.
I know, bro. Usyk is him, dude.
Usyk is that guy, man. I mean, bruh, for him to come up from cruiserweight and dominate AJ, right?
Mhm,
Dominate AJ. Now, he didn't dominate Fury because it was a close fight. But he definitely was robbed of a knockout because, again, and this is what happens with Fury. Somehow, this dude always evades getting stopped. The referees, I don't know if it's the referees, or definitely it's the referees, but I don't know if they tell them beforehand, yo, if he's close, make it happen. Because if you watch that full fight, you will see he should have stopped Fury in the ninth round. No
yeah, I
way,
mean,
no how. He should have stopped Fury in that ninth round. And the same thing happened in the Fury Wilder fight, first fight. And the same thing happened in the Fury Wilder third fight. He should have been counted out. He should have had numerous losses on his resume, but somehow, because of Fury, this dude somehow is able to evade these stoppages. And what did they usually say? Oh, he rose from the dead. This dude, Wilder knocked this guy's head, not walked this guy's eyes back to the back of his head. Was
mhm,
the guy looked dead? It was for 10 seconds, and they let him up. And the referee says referee tells the guy that's interviewing him. They said, "Why did you have such a long count?" Right? A lot of other referees would have called the fight off. His words were he thought it was better for boxing for him to make it through.
mhm,
That fight decision altered the course of heavyweight history.
yeah,
Because if Fury loses that fight and gets knocked out, Wilder still the champion. AJ most likely, nah, they probably still would have ducked Wilder at the time, but um Wilder probably eventually would have fought AJ quicker. And now, again, with boxing, the fights happen too late because now, Wilder has a loss. AJ got knocked out, dropped 4 times in a fight, lost 2 times to the smaller guy. Now he's coming back now, but it's like the fight should have happened already, right? And now the hype is a little bit dead because now they both lost, right?
mhm.
Now it's still going to be a humongous fight, but you saw them lost before, so it doesn't hit the same. But um, nonetheless, I think that's why a lot of MMA fans
Dude,
respect it more.
I think that that, the way that we should look at fights. I
Mhm.
feel like Joe Rogan like really said uh really dropped a gem. He said basically that you have to look at fighters for their best moments. Like you can't look at them for like just their downfall and look at them like oh well nah well he's trash or he's just not that good or whatever. Hold on, my bad. I know that I was lagging a little bit.
It looks fine to
But
me.
yeah, I it was lagging on my screen a little bit. I had to
Okay.
close something out. Um, but yeah, but it's just like you have to look at fighters for their best moments, for when they were at their best. 'Cause he was talking about, prime Mike Tyson. And he's just like, I don't think that there's a better heavyweight ever. I don't think there has ever been a better heavyweight than prime Mike Tyson. And it's just like, well, like, how do you disagree with that? You know?
Prime for
Because
prime.
like, yeah, I mean, because you have to look at them for like their when they were the best that they were. Like you have to look at the heights that they've reached. You know?
Not the downfall. Not
Exactly.
the
Because everybody is gonna decline, but not
yeah.
everybody is going to reach
What goes
a
up must come
certain
down.
level. Yeah, and not everybody is going to reach a certain level, but everybody is going to decline. So you got to look at the heights that they were able to reach.
I
So
agree.
that's what I think that just allows you to be more appreciative though of fighters. It allows you to be more appreciative. Because now you're not like, oh, he's sorry because he lost. Oh, he's a sorry ass fighter. You know. Uh Maybe definitely some people stay in it too long, you know? Definitely some people stay in it too long. But you have to look at that fighters for their
Their
height
best.
for their heights, like where the level that they reached.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, with that, well, I think we'll wrap it up. You guys already know what it is, guys. Ryan Garcia is a cheater. Stop defending him. Devin Haney is most likely going to get a no contest, but we will see. Um, and we'll leave it at that, guys. We'll definitely be back. We'll be more active. Like the video, share the video. Um, guys, or feel free to join. I put the link in the chat. Guys, want to chop it up, guys? You feel me? Um, but we'll leave it at that, guys. And with that said, the Red Corner Podcast, we're out. Peace.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.